So I'm going to talk about liquefied natural gas, LNG, and why it's a much better option than other hydrocarbon fuel sources that we currently use. So what is LNG? Pretty sure we all kind of know. It's a gas. It's a carbon-rich fuel source, the hydrocarbon fuel, made up of many gases, particularly methane. It is much lighter than air, so if it leaks or spills, it sort of floats off into the atmosphere instead of contaminating our waterways and our land the way petroleum, like liquid petroleum fuels would. It is now being produced in much greater quantities than ever before, mainly due to a relatively new process for extracting it from rock called hydraulic fracturing or fracking. LNG, being portable, transportable, and dense fuel sources, have historically been coal and liquid petroleum fuels. These sources were what allowed us to work our way into the modern age. Coal fueled the Industrial Revolution, and along with it brought us smog and acid rain. And of course, liquid petroleum fuels drove the age of the automobile and the space age. These fuels got us out of the dark and into the modern era. They also gave us smog, though. Coal shortened lifespans due to air pollution, massive oil spills such as the Exxon Valdez and the Deepwater Horizon incidents, and gave rise to the tar sands catastrophe. They have contributed and continue to contribute significantly to greenhouse gas emissions, raising our planet's temperature and causing weather and climate pattern disturbances that are already proving to be detrimental to our economies, health, and safety. LNG is not a permanent solution, but it is currently the best that we can do to reduce the effect of harmful coal and petroleum use. It burns clean, is easily transported without danger of spilling, and will not cause smog or other significant air pollution which directly affects human health. The main problem that we currently have with LNG is not actually with the burning it, which is the problem that we have with the other fuels, but with how we extract it. Our main method of large-scale extraction is fracking. Unfortunately, fracking uses a huge amount of water, and it contaminates quite a lot of water. In many cases, in areas that are drought-stricken, don't have a lot of water to spare, such as Texas and California, and also has the potential to pollute the water table with methane that is released in the fracking process and not recaptured. This methane that dissolves into the water table can then come out and be released in the tap water. Not gonna lie, this is a pretty big problem, but companies are now working to mitigate it by improving their processes. Other than fracking, we can also harvest methane on smaller scales by doing things like collecting it from sewage treatment facilities and from, you'll never guess, cows, who are a notorious greenhouse gas source. They collect it by attaching this kind of backpack to the back of the cow, and that collects the methane produced by their digestive processes. So basically cow farts. So actually, pretty soon farms are going to be powered by cow farts. Honestly, how much greener can you get? In all seriousness, though, we really need to get away from hydrocarbon fuel sources. Our planet's climate is changing at a pretty alarming rate, and methane released into the atmosphere is potentially one of the worst offenders. We kind of need clean water just as much as we need clean air, and if we have no water to grow food with, well, we all know what's going to happen then. In the meantime, LNG is really the only viable option, unfortunately. So thanks for listening.